We'll start with quarterback. I'm sure there's a heavy weight placed on the starting quarterback, of course, but I think it's a positional ranking with, not to be surprised, North Carolina 1, Miami 2, and Boston College 3, Clemson 4.
Clemson over Boston College. I know Djokovic has more game experience than Uiagalelei, but yeah, no, I think that he's very good, and I think that that Uiagalelei by himself is enough to elevate them into third, personally.
Okay. I'm reading through what I think is relevant, but I was looking for your Miami perspective on that, but obviously you can comment on whatever you want.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I think that the Miami, my bad, I missed the assignment. But yeah, at number 2, you're really going to have a coin flip between the room that they have up there in North Carolina and the one we have in Coral Gables. Howell and King are the best 2 quarterbacks in this conference. I know they got Drake May, who was everybody's All-American, up there behind him. At North Carolina, I don't know who their 3rd or 4th strings are. Forgive my lack of knowledge on that. But I do know that we have Jake Garcia and Tyler Van Dyke here as backups behind King. Peyton Matoka also, but again, he's more of a program player than an actual competitor towards being a starting quarterback. But yeah, I think that you can make the argument that with De'Aaron King and the talent behind to put Miami first. The argument can be made. I would not make that. I think that second fits for me.
So unless Phil Steele, there's a typo here. He's got Clemson and North Carolina State tied at number 1 at running back with Miami 3.
That's
whoa. He's got Clemson and North Carolina State at 1, Miami and Georgia Tech tied for 3. So he's got 1-1, 3-3.
No, that's Jahmyr Gibbs by himself that is elevating Georgia Tech. I would have to look at the other ones, but Miami has one of the best running back rooms in America. So having them 3rd is in the conference is kind of crazy to me. Yeah, so I would say on first thought, Miami needs to be higher on that list, and tied with Georgia Tech is fully on the strength of Jahmyr Gibbs, who is amazing. And I don't know why other teams didn't recruit him and everything more than they did, but that's my initial thought.
Clemson's got the 2 stud freshmen, but they haven't done anything. Will Shipley and Will Maffa. All right, receivers, Clemson 1, Miami 2. He's got a lot of ties here. Then BC 3, and he's got 3 teams tied for 4th, but 4 teams tied for 4th.
Does that include tight ends?
It must, yes.
Okay, all right. I was going to say, because Miami at 2 is shocking, honestly, in terms of receiver. But yeah, if you have Charleston Rambo, Mike Harley, who are proven at the top, then you have Will Mallory, Larry Hodges, who had 2 touchdowns in a single game, even though he didn't do too much because he was behind those other guys. And then a bunch of freshmen, and then even if they haven't lived up to their billing at wide receiver, you do have other blue chip guys. I get it. I'm still hesitant to put Miami that high. I'm sorry. And maybe that's the fact that I'm so closely connected. Jalen Suggs' suit is incredible. My God. Wow. But yeah, I have just seen a couple guys on this roster drop the ball way too much for me to be comfortable with putting Miami at 2. But since you're including tight ends in that, on talent alone, not demonstrated performance, on talent, I will begrudgingly agree.
Do you read the Phil Steele publication? Have you looked through one or?
I haven't gotten it. I didn't know that they were nationwide. I'm going to go get one because I'm close to a couple CVS's and Walgreens when I go to the secret day job.
It is unlike, I don't think it's available there. It's unlike anything you've seen in regards to information. He writes in code.
Yeah.
And it's just ridiculously just packed. It takes you 20 minutes to read a paragraph basically, because it's just It's
all
crazy.
shorthand because you got to fit in.
Yes,
it has to be shorthanded to fit it in there. Yeah,
which I
I've
like.
read it for years. I just don't have this year.
Okay, I got you. Because I respect Athlon's, Lindy's, and so forth, but I don't like the here's the offensive couple paragraphs, and then at the end it says the offensive line brings back 3 guys and they name the best player. I like that doesn't tell me anything. Like it's just ridiculous. So anyway, offensive line, again, he's got to have some kind of metric system because he's got way too many ties. He's probably got some kind of point system. So at offensive line, he's got North Carolina 1, BC 2, and then he's got Clemson, Miami, Wake Forest, all at 3.
So that means basically Miami's top 5 in the conference, which is basically top half. I think that the performance could elevate at the end of the year for Miami being higher than that. But with so many returning starts, so much experience on this line, the most returning starts of any offensive line in America. Yeah, you're taking starts from other teams when you get guys transfer in like a Justice Oluwaseun. You got guys who missed last year like a Navon Donaldson coming back who has 30-something games of starting experience, pushing 40, all those kind of things. Yeah, but I'm fine with where they are now, and I'm hopeful that the performance will end up having them be higher in the rankings at the end of the season.
Folks, I'll let you know we had Phil Steele on a couple of weeks ago, and he says he's going to come back in August. All right. So defensive line.
Well, no, go ahead.
Again, there's got to be an issue here. Clemson, he's got it 1. Then he's got 5 teams at number 2. North Carolina, Miami, North Carolina State, Pitt, and Virginia Tech, all 2.
Miami and Pittsburgh are the best of that quartet quintet. And so, I mean, that's how I see it.
Linebacker, Clemson 1, NC State 2, Pitt 3, Miami 4, tied with Virginia Tech.
That's way high. That's way high. And that has to be based off of recruiting rankings or something. That has to be based on talent. That's way high. I'm surprised that Miami is a single-digit number, to be perfectly honest, and linebacker. Like, that's the kind of negative emotion or thought. I mean, you're talking like 8 or 9 being generous to me. So that's very, very nice.
Secondary, Clemson 1, Miami 2, North Carolina State tied for 3rd with BC.
The only reason that Miami is not 1 overall is because cornerback is a little lacking in terms of if you had like another player and another guy who had like a couple of mango seasons. I think Miami has the best safety room in America, and you got better at the cornerback room. So the top 2 works for me.
This is an odd ranking. Special teams. Duke is like 12, 13, or 14 everywhere. They're number 1 in special teams. I don't know what that alludes to, but anyway, I'll have to read up. North Carolina State 2. Somebody's 3 that I can't find. Syracuse, and then Miami at 4.
I think Miami at 4. Yeah, because the return games have not been great, and that counts as well. And you have a freshman kicker taking over for the best kicker in America who just happened to be his brother and lived down the hall when they were kids. So 4 for me fits. Could be better if the return games are better than they've been in the past.
And then finally, he's got, I tried to find the coding. I don't know what this means. It's got to be the coaching staff. It's CH.
Yeah.
He has Clemson 1, North Carolina 2. Miami is tied with 3 other teams at 10th.
I don't agree with that. So that's basically last. Because there's 12 teams, so
14.
Oh, there are 14. So it's next to last, basically.
Syracuse and BC are the only 2 teams behind.
I disagree with that.
BC is the 13th best. I thought he was a good coach.
I disagree with that. Especially you got Lashley on offense, you got Field on offense, you got Likens on offense. All the guys on offense, first of all, Manny's back on the sticks at defensive coordinator. T-Rob